England for a week or two. I'll do experiments under his controlled conditions.
I'd like to see that, of course, because, you know,
yeah.
as you say, this is a
Could
studio
you estimate the
which are not
statistical
complete.
possibility that
It's almost zero, I think.
it's incredibly large.
What you mean is it's so sensational that you can't make a statistical prediction.
There are two more broken watches here.
in the statistics, one knows that.
Close your hands gently out. Maybe because your watch stopped, these will work. There are two more broken watches here. We do have time, yes?
I think so. Can we find out if we have sufficient time for him to do another one?
Open your hands. Look. No.
My God.
Oh, look what happened.
The minute hand is bent at right angles to the...
I think you... Can you,
I don't know why it's
can you see that? I think,
oppositely
I think I'll just get up and take this one over.
It doesn't matter what you do. It's...
You see, it goes against, a little against me. I'm trying to fix it and it goes and bends itself inside.
Can you see that top hand there? It's bent right across. The glass isn't broken or damaged in any way. But Uri, what was happening then?
Leave it.
This was a broken
Leave
watch,
this here.
wasn't it?
Leave this here.
But
I
it's even worse.
wanted it to work and it bent. It happens. Just very fast, before I came here, in America, the Channel 5 came to me and did a news. And again, the hands inside the watch went. Then we went to a big department store where there's a huge watch, and they didn't get permission for me to bend the hands. But I'll try the big bend.
Oh, leave that alone, please. Leave that alone.
Let me try these.
Uri asked me this morning whether it would be illegal to stop Big Ben because he...
Can you hold the fork gently? Sure. And you hold these two forks. No, hold them turn it around and hold it like this. You. Yes.
Yes.
Like I do, like this.
That, right.
And you hold the tips of these. Tell me if you feel anything coming from my hand, and also you.
I'm holding them quite lightly.
Gently.
Yes.
And I'm holding it because it will take me time without touching it. You know, John, please also rub it gently like I'm doing it. Something bending there? No.
Just keeping an eye on it.
Which fork do you feel more power from? Which?
The left-hand one.
This one?
Well, yes, but
I wish the camera can focus right on my hand.
It is.
Is anything happening?
It is.
What I'm doing, I'm holding it very, very gently. And I'm giving it a little...
It's bending.
It's bending very, very gently.
Let me, in case viewers don't know, this end here is me. And I'm just holding this very, very loosely.
It's cracking. I feel it under my fingers. The thing is cracked here. I wish, can the camera focus it?
Yes, it is.
See how gently it goes? It's like plastic. Can I hold it for a second?
Yes.
It's cracking.
Is it going to explode in our faces?
No, look, it's like it's becoming like plastic. And it's breaking. It's breaking.
There's a crack.
You can look. It's very. No heat. Touch it. No heat. There's no heat.
It's just like a little look at the other one.
I gave it fast to him because there is no heat. That's another phenomena, because if you try to break, and this is quite, I mean, if I try it with force, it will not, it won't break. Yeah, it won't break. It's very tough. Now, I do want, you know, John.
Yes, right. The question about this is that there must be a causal explanation of this. A physical phenomenon has happened,
Well,
right?
I believe, let me tell you what,
right?
let me just explain something. You know, I'm surprised everything happened here. Look, John, look, I don't know these are not my forks. I haven't even touched these forks. They brought it from the studio. What I can tell you from forks, and I think there is carvings also inside TG, I don't know what that means. If you would have measured this, and I'll do that with you in an experiment, if you measure something before the experiment, but very precise measure on a scale, and then I do the thing, I'm surprised it broke. I thought it'll bend. But the things do break. And you will measure it after it's bent or broken. It's like there is a weight missing. I mean, not like. You can put it back on the balance, and the weight will be less of the fork or whatever it is. I've done it under controlled conditions on a balance. You must have read the report of SRI. It lost weight. I have no explanation to this. I do believe, John, you are saying physical. I do believe that there is an energy. I don't know if it's coming from my finger. I don't know if it's coming from my mind, because I can't feel it, that penetrates into the iron or whatever it is and bends it. And if you notice, by the way, it doesn't bend here. It bends in a point where it will be easy to be bent, even if I try to bend it by hand. You see, the energy finds a weak point in the metal.
Where there are lots of dislocations, in fact. This is very likely it. There are sort of little fractures. And you may be moving them along altogether when you're running.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that's a conjecture.
Look, Dave, but these theories of mine
You're producing an account of this, aren't you, of what you think's behind it. Can you tell us what that is?
Look, I don't want to shock people here. And I'm not saying this to plug a book, but there is a book written about me. It's going to be published in March called Uri, where I am revealing everything that is really behind my powers. Because if I'll start telling you here what I think that is behind my powers, you will say, well, the guy is something, they won't believe me because it's so heavy. I'll just say it very plainly like this. I believe in God. If there are any religious people, I'm not ruling out God. No, my God. I believe in God. But I'm not saying that so people would think that I'm a sort of a Jesus or a Moses. No, I don't want anybody to start following me and worshiping me. But I do believe that under God and outside our universe, or outside our galaxy, or outside in our cosmos, or who knows, beyond our cosmos, there are intelligences. I don't know how they look, if it's computers, if it's... I don't know. But I do believe that there are higher civilizations, much more intelligent than we are. For them to do things like that it's simple. Okay, I know. You see here, he doesn't agree.
All right,
I can't accept it. I can't accept that at all.
But
look, they had to channel, the force had to be there. It came from your finger. What we should do first is investigate very carefully how this process occurs. I believe this process. I believe that you actually broke the fork here and now.
Yes.
Let's find out, first of all, what caused this in
well,
detail
you're a real
before
scientist,
you go up into the
okay,
space.
but wait, I'm allowed to go for myself up, yes?
I hope you don't take too many people with you.
Mrs. Hayward, you were raising your hand. When Koestler wrote his book about this sort of thing, he quoted you and dedicated a book to you, I believe, and you're a great expert in the SPGs.
What I wanted to know is, may I ask Professor Taylor a question?
Yes, please.
What was his view about Newton's view about the force of gravity? Because it seems to me he's talking awfully like Newton.
He did very well, did Newton, didn't he?
He didn't. He wasn't very correct about the force of gravity, was he?
He was for several hundred years.
Yes, but then that's not forever, is it?
Well, but he was correct in the area that he, in fact, appreciated and had experimental data on. And it was only when we went very much further.
I think the audience will agree that you've answered my question.
The fork,
now your fork is still bending. Or,
Lyle's fork
oh, no,
that
this,
one's still bending.
It's been bending for the last minute.
This happens.
Oh, God, that is true.
It's still bending. Yeah.
Is that an intelligent being, or is it just...
No.
Come on.
Yes.
No, it keeps bending. I mean, before the program, the photographer came from a newspaper, and I was holding a fork for 20 minutes, and it bent like that in front of his eye. But look, I'm not... You're a scientist, and with all the respect to you, I do believe that you should really start investigating what broke it, how my fingers were, what am I doing? Because for scientists, that is what SRI is doing. I mean, I told SRI my theories, but no, they still keep locking me up and still doing telepathy.
I wouldn't want to lock you up.
No, I mean, for them, one drawing is not enough. They want it every day, every day, every day, every day. And no matter what I say, until they will do it 1,000 times, then maybe they will be satisfied. But to continue what you say, okay, he was right for 100 years. But for instance, How many hundred years ago they thought that the world was flat? Or what Jules Verne wrote about